What's up, guys? MegaBleeder here with another episode of Star Technology. Since the last episode, I did do 2 live streams, just had some more time, and I got a ton of work done. If you missed those, make sure that you are subscribed and have that bell notification hit. But let me get you caught up. So I finished the plat line. We have Iridium, we have RTM, we've got Tungsten, and Tungsten Steel. I did also go ahead and set up EBFs for all of the materials needed to make the casings for all of the large blocks. These are from the upgrade kit here. So I've got plates and rods. I did not set up stuff to actually make the casings, but these are just really simple. It's just a hammer and a wrench and get a bunch of them. No big deal there. I did automate some IV stuff using the tungsten steel. I also automated the RTM coils because we needed RTM coils to get iridium, right? Additionally, I did set up a bunch of solar panels, so now we have an absolute ton of power. I've got 3 gargantuan flux storage systems set up here, and we have those absolutely maxed out. That is also being helped by the fact that we are on a server now. I moved the world over to a server. It was a little bit hectic. It was a little bit chaotic to actually get it to work. I had to do a whole bunch of troubleshooting because obviously I started the world before it was on a server, so it was just tough to get it switched over. And then I had issues with my mod pack not matching the one that the server host was using for some reason or another. Not sure why. But so we're backed up on power. Our turbines are actually off. So if I click on this guy, like this one's turning on a little bit. I believe they turn on at night, but other than that, they stay off. And also in a live stream, I expanded on our base. So this is going to be our new expansion here. And you might be thinking, that is significantly larger. And yes, it absolutely is. This platform here is 2 of these platforms side by side across the middle here. There's one there and one there. And then on the ends is this circular platform here that I split in half and stretched out. So this is going to be our new platform, and it's absolutely massive, as you can see. It's huge. I actually can't see if I come all the way here. I actually can't reach across to the middle with my traveler's staff that is not upgraded. But what I want to do today really quickly is just finish out the things that we need to be able to make the IV energy hatch, which we need the elite assembler for. So we're going to have to get all of these set up, which aren't a big deal. What I'll do, graphene will be pretty simple, and that just gets cooked. So let's start with tungsten steel. We need a lathe, and I need that to be in my inventory here. Apparently it thinks I'm out of EV circuits. Oh. Okay. So what I'm going to do is turn this off because being out of EV circuits is no good. What am I out of in terms of EV circuits? I did not realize this was an issue. What is this struggling to fill up on? The Electrum wire, it looks like. So let's take these two, because I believe the issue with Electrum wire is that it's being made over here in a really slow wire mill. So I'm actually going to do is turn this off. I'm going to turn this insert off. And I am going to put one over here. A wire mill. That's going to make this Electrum wire a lot faster. So here on LV, it's 22.5, but going up to EV, it's 2.5. So that's a significant upgrade. Yeah. And actually, I could put this in a large wire mill, but I don't think I'm going to. Does this have an insert? No, it does not. So insert, going to be Electrum on 3. And I need to put Electrum in here, and let's change that to 8. Let's change this, or set it to 8. Okay, that's quite a bit faster. Pop that in there, set it to auto export. Now, we should be able to get this filled back up before it needs to run again. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So yeah, we do have IV circuits. The microprocessor mainframe, the first IV circuit. I just did not realize that it was going to chew through all that. I didn't realize our Electrum was that much of a bottleneck. But that's fixed now. So we are making the lathe. There we go. And this is going to be used not for those. That's going to go back in the system. We're putting tungsten steel in here. Get rid of those. Tungsten steel. And that's going to auto export out of the bottom. Does that have 100% uptime? It does have 100% uptime. Excellent. So the next would be this tungsten steel gear, which just takes 1 ingot, liquid tungsten steel. We will use it for Naquita. Okay, so I need a fluid solidifier, which needs 2 pumps. Let me get a quarter stack of those, because I go through a lot of them. So my goal here, what I want to do is the new platform over here is going to be used solely for IV. There won't be anything going down over here less than IV. So I'm getting everything set up so we can just jump right into IV. So making the gear, this is going to need tungsten steel, 144 millibuckets. 144 millibuckets of tungsten steel. We're going to stock that. And then I need an extractor, which needs another pump. Look at that, see? It's a good thing I made extra of those guys so I can make that. And then I'm going to need a cable over here. Oh, fantastic. So that's going to go there. And then over here, I need to put down another level emitter. We're going to take that. And then I also need a monitor because I want to be able to see how much tungsten steel I have. That guy's going to go there. And this is channel 4. This is going to get a redstone input on channel 5. This is going to be liquid tungsten steel. And I'm going to say 8 buckets. And the bottom range is going to be 4. And then this is going to get an insert card of tungsten. But it's going to be on 5 with a high signal. And then this is a monitor that's going to go there. This is going to need a gear cast or gear mold. Okay, that's all good. And I'll take, I think the gears don't stack that high, so I might upgrade that. And then this is going to need an export card. And then I need a fluid drive. And I think I need to make 2 more of these. And it was the canner. Yeah. And this is going to get liquid tungsten steel. Liquid tungsten steel. Rename it that way. Liquid tungsten steel. Rename it so we can tell what it is in the drive. That goes in there. So now I should just be able to connect these. I need to put tungsten steel here, though. Look at that. That's pretty much instant right there. And these stack. Okay, so that will be 1 stack of gears. Let's grab these. Lock that and link it up. I'm going to turn this off so I can get a bucket of the tungsten steel. That way I can filter it right here. I'll grab a facade. Almost to a bucket. There's a bucket. Double click it to set it. Now this insert should be off. This insert should be off. Liquid tungsten steel. This network is connected to this network. Oh, it's 8 buckets. My bad. I forgot. So a lot of them I set to just 1 bucket. So I can turn this back on. Fantastic. So that's all hooked up. So we got those. Next, graphene, because I need graphene wires for this. So that's going to be a mixer. I keep forgetting to get into that with my inventory open. This is going to get filtered for graphene, which is graphite, silicon, and carbon on 1. Circuit 1. Graphite, silicon, carbon. And let's double it. And those need to be stocked. graphite, silicon, carbon. He's gonna mix. I need 1, 2, 3, 4. The graphene, do I use this? This does go into a mixer, so I'm gonna keep 512 of it. And then over here, I'm gonna grab some of that graphene and cook it. And then I need to store it. Store it here. Excellent. And I'm going to put one upgrade on there. And then down here, I need to set up one of these guys for graphene ingots. And we'll say 1024, 512. And then graphene dust goes in there. Excellent. So that's going to do its thing. We'll get graphene up to 1,000. And then it's graphene wires, which is just graphene in a wire mill. And that's on 2. Graphene ingots. I think I have enough room. We're gonna find out. That's really fast. Let's see. Is 1 stack fine? Yeah, 1 stack is fine. We do need it for these 2x cables, but that's not a big deal. Let's store a little bit more. We have the resources, so we'll just do that. We'll store 512. Lock that. Get it linked up. Now, 1, 2, 3 assemblers. Or do I have tungsten cable set up? I did not get tungsten cable set up. That's 2x cable. It's 1x cable. It needs to be covered. That's 1x. That's 2x. Both of those need to be covered. So I need 2 more assemblers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks like we're going to have exactly the amount of room. But I am going to need to set down another interface. If I do it there, I'm not going to be able to connect. That's using 0 channels. And where's that connected at? To this guy. And this guy is using 32. This guy connected there. So how many channels is this using? 6. Okay, so I could put another interface up here. It'll be awkward. but I don't really have any other options. I could put one right here. Like that. Eight. I have 1x cable. This needs 2x, so I need a wire mill. Oh, I have a wire mill. I guess I'm losing my manual wire mill. Why did you do that? That was weird. So let's connect these. You are going to be 2x tungsten. So that's on 2. Insert tungsten on 2. And auto extract. Only need a stack. Lock it and link it. Then I'll do 2 assemblers. We need tungsten cable there. And a 1x tungsten cable there. Okay, so just wire is uncoated and cable is coated. Okay. And that's going to be thin polyvinyl chloride and silicon and tungsten. And then the other one is the same, except it gets 2x. So here, item and fluid. This is fluid. 72 millibuckets. I could do a, let's just change it to like 100. And that's already available in the system. And these get, this one is going to be 1x. And polyvinyl chloride. 1x, that's done. We're going to export. Let's change this to 2. It's really fast. That's fine. Let's lock it, link it. This one is going to be basically the same, but the 2x. Where are those sheets at? Let's set this. Nope, not that one. To this one. Let's set it to 10 sheets. Is that going to make that run better? A little bit better. And this needs a downgrade. Need a couple of downgrades here. That's 2x. That's cable. And then this is going to get 2x polyvinyl chloride. Two X cable is not hooked up. That guy's running. Auto export him out there. Get it locked. Get it linked. All right. So now it's just the motor, which gets those. Tungsten, tungsten steel, neodymium, graphene, stock. All of it but the magnetic rod. And that doesn't get a recipe. We'll set it to auto export. Tungsten steel, graphene. Look at that motor. Lock that, link it up. It's a little slow to stock them. That's not too big of a deal. The motor, 2, 2, 3, 1, 1. 2, 2, 3, 1, 1. So, what all is in this? Just the small gear and the IV motor. Small gear, IV motor. Auto export. Fantastic. And then lastly, the robot arm. More cable, motors, the pistons, the circuit. So we don't need the cable. We don't need the tungsten steel rod. We don't need the motor. So it's just the piston and the circuit. Piston, circuit. Boom. Robot arm. All right. And if we head into here, what quests did we get? We got graphene. Sweet. Are there any more quests in here that are going to be relevant? Doesn't look like it. Okay, so now the last thing that we need is this elite assembler, which we can make silicon rubber sheets or styrene butadiene or liquid rubber. And that's in, what is it? An assembler? I could put down one last guy here. Large chemical bath, cutting saw. ME input stocking bus. Yeah, so I'm going to automate that too. We have an assembler here. Let's automate that conveyor. I'm glad I checked that because that's actually going to be really helpful. Yes. So automating this guy on circuit 1 is just tungsten steel cable and motors. On 1. That doesn't need to be in there. That's getting 864 millibuckets. Of liquid silicon rubber. $864. And then also 1X cable and the motors. Let's do it that way. And then, bam, hook it up. I guess I don't have liquid silicon rubber set up over here. I do have liquid silicon rubber. What's going on? Why are you not... Oh, stock. There we go. One more of these. Boom. Let's grab our toolbox. Clean up the inventory just a little bit. Save those. And finally, boom, elite assembler. Ooh, not a crafting table. That's a big boy quest right there. The assembly machine used to make higher tier coils and energy hatches can be upgraded into the assembly machine multi-blocks controller. Sweet. How do I do that? This guy. And then for that, it does not like this rendering. Large scale assembler casing. Stellite and tungsten. Stellite apparently is another thing that we need, but we need the ABS for it. Wow. 251 seconds. I guess it does get us 10 ingots. I guess that's not bad. So we got the elite assembler. Well, the issue is, like, how am I going to power this? IV 16 amp converter. Takes Shellite. Okay, so I need to get Shellite. Yeah, because that's the superconductor for this tier. So canner, bender, extruder. So we got the elite assembler. The next thing that we're going to need to do is get the Shellite wire, the 1X, because this is the superconductor that we're going to be working with. That takes RTM alloy. And I need to swap out all of these for RTM alloy as well. Let's see, is there a good way that I could just place this down and get it to work? Okay, it's gonna take power. So let's see if we can make an IV energy hatch. I need a hull, an IV hull. I need 2 1X tungsten cables. I also need HPIC chip. That's ×2. Yeah. Ooh, I don't have HPIC chips. I have HPIC wafers? No. Ooh, that's an IV cutter. Okay, so bottleneck it is, because I don't have HPIC chips. These coils I could make. Dang. All right, so what I'm going to say is now that we have the elite assembler, we can get into this, but the problem is going to be we need these guys, which needs an IV chemical reactor, indium gallium phosphide. The wafer, we're going to need that too, which is a laser engraver in an IV clean room, which is going to require iridium and quantum stars. What the hell is a quantum star? Nether star, radon gas. Bro. Bro. Any IV converter. All right, so there's definitely a lot of work that we need to do. This requires another indium gallium phosphide. So we've got to go this route. All right. So there's still some work that we need to do before we can really get our toes, get our teeth, get our hands on IV. But we are getting closer and closer. This cutter is going to need... It's an IV cutter, so it's going to need tungsten carbide, which I do have up here. Don't have up here. We can make tungsten carbide. Okay. That's going to go over there. This is going to require that indium gallium mixer, so that's fine. Phosphorus, gallium, indium. And indium is going to come from indium oxide, which is going to come from indium concentrate, which is going to come from either purified or a combination of purified galena and sphalerite. Purified galena. Do I not have any galena? It should be made over here, right? Blackstone. Am I not getting blackstone? Or is it just being used up? Like, what's going on? It's only dropping out a stack at a time. And then the galena, am I processing it over here? Galena, silver, and sulfur? Where's all my galena going? I do not know. Am I just smelting galena into lead? I don't think so. But that's going to be it for today. Thanks for stopping in. Next episode, we're going to get even closer to IV. Thanks for stopping in.